Hey friends, Sara Gaston here. Listen, today I want to talk to you about the following. I booked the job. What now? Okay, the reason I'm asking this is because this business is not like other businesses. And I think sometimes when people decide to become actors or try to become actors or sign up with agents, this little bit of information that I'm about to share gets left out. So the first thing is, when you book a job, you most likely will not have any idea when that job starts. You'll know the date, but you won't know the time. You will not know where you're going. You will not know who you need to talk to, and you probably won't know what you're supposed to wear, okay? Because the night before the shoot, somebody's gonna send you a map, somebody's gonna send you a call sheet, somebody's gonna call you about wardrobe, and somebody's going to also let you know what time you need to be on set, okay? So don't expect that information to come out sooner than probably late the night before. If it does, that is highly unusual, okay? It's just kind of the nature of how things are. I'm not going to go into the details as to why, but just know that that is the case. Also, crew, cast, assistant directors, no one knows how long the day is going to last. So trying to ask somebody, well, how late do you think we're going to go, is just like, spitting into the wind, right? You're not going to get anywhere because it takes as long as it takes. Now, if it's an outdoor shot, obviously, once the moon is risen, you probably can't film anymore, okay? But other than that, it's nothing like, okay, we're gonna book you a week in advance and we know you have to be on set at this location at 7 o'clock wearing these clothes, and we know that we're gonna be wrapped by 2 o'clock and then you're free, okay? It lasts as long as it lasts. Again, I won't go into the details about why that is, but that is what it is. Also, always, always, always find out ahead of time if it pays and how much it's going to pay, okay? Because that information may not be available once it's time to shoot. It may not be available for the person who's calling you to tell you where to go, when to go, and what to wear, and what time. Yeah, and so hopefully you learn that information from the casting director or your agent or whoever asked you to do this job in the first place. But probably the people calling you and giving you information, sometimes very late, the night before, are not going to have that information for you. So make sure you have that information ahead of time. Last bit of wisdom around self-submission. I highly, 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 do you get the idea this is important? Highly recommend that you keep a file folder on your computer or somewhere, a log, a spreadsheet, I don't know, it can be, it can be on parchment for all I care, but somewhere keep a record of all of the things that you self-submit for, because especially when you're new and you're starting out and you're self-submitting to a lot of things and they say, hey, we wanted to book you for the commercial, you might go, oh, which commercial was it? And you might be thinking, how much was it? And you might be thinking, wait, it's going to be too late to find out that information, right? Once they call you to book you, like, the horse has left the barn, right? So keep a file somewhere where you have all that information to refer back to, and whatever you do, just don't accept the job if you're not going to be able to take it. If something else has come up and by the time you hear from them, you can't take it, that's fine. Just say, I'm so sorry, I'm no longer available, okay? There are extenuating circumstances in which that might be problematic. Maybe you've said you were completely free, to be a recurring on, House of the Dragon, and now all of a sudden you're like, I'm busy, I gotta go to Acapulco. By the way, if you do that, you're a fool and you deserve to lose that job. Can you tell I want to be on House of Dragon? Yeah. Pretty transparent over here. Anyway, you get my drift, right? If it's an extra job for $25 in a box of envelopes, and then they call you at 10 o'clock the night before and say be on set at 3 a.m. You may just say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm no longer available. That's a little bit different, okay? But always, 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 if you give your word, keep your word. I have seen people lose representation and get blackballed by a casting director, who is our gateway, right? They are the first, barrier between us and the job. because either they were very late, or they showed up and they didn't behave appropriately, didn't prepare appropriately, or they just flaked. They just flaked, okay? So you don't want to be that person. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. As always, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have over 100 videos at this point with information like this, just answering all the random questions about the art and business of acting that people sometimes forget to even think are important things to know. Anyway, if you really want all the goodies, you can subscribe to my email list, which can be found on my website, Sara Gaston, .com. And as always, break a leg out there. I think that was a heart. Yes, that is a heart. Yeah, I get it. I look a little like an airline stewardess, okay? Bring back Pan Am.